Hey, welcome to the Dray Way. I'm glad you're here. You know, we got some things to talk about today. It's going to be an interesting show because I think there's some things that we have to break down and we have to discuss. But before we do all that, just know I'm glad you're here. Hit the subscribe button if you want to hang around and see what we do every single day. But let's get started. We got a good show for you today. Let's go! Welcome to the Dray Way. I'm glad you're here. Look, we need to talk about interest rates. And we need to talk about interest rates because the 30-year note is now over 5%. The 10-year is over 4.5%. And we need to understand that's just the beginning. Because in the housing market right now, if you try to get a mortgage, it's well over 7%. If your credit isn't perfect, you're talking 8%. So the housing market is done. Ain't no one buying nothing. Yeah, this selling season, it was a joke. It's terrible. Yes, are we still in the selling season? Yes, but very little is going on. And as a matter of fact, houses that are even under contract, yeah, they're coming out of contract because until an appraisal is done, the interest rate isn't locked in. And I got to be honest, it's just a mess. It's just a complete mess. But I want you to understand it's going to get worse. Much worse, because our debt has already been, Moody's already downgraded our debt. And that is the reason you're seeing interest rates climb, because the United States is not taking its debt seriously. It's basically telling the rest of the world, yeah, we don't care. Yeah. So how are you supposed to have confidence in the US dollar when the plan is just to print a bunch more of it? Just to keep printing, because we don't have the money. So the bill that the Republicans just put forward and just passed in the House, they just passed this giant piece of legislation that is essentially dog shit. It is literally a big lump of dog shit. And everyone gets to look at it and see it and go, that's dog shit. So if you apply dog shit to economics, world economies, and you go, here's the United States adding in their piece, and it's a giant piece of dog shit, how do you think the rest of the world's going to react? How do you think the rest of the world is going to look at the United States when we're talking about adding trillions and trillions and trillions more dollars to the deficit? And these are supposed to be fiscal Republicans. That's why fiscal responsible Republicans is complete bullshit. Yeah, Republicans aren't fiscally responsible. They're not nothing. They don't stand for anything. Republican doesn't stand for anything. When I'm a Republican, you're just a white racist. That's what you are. You want to belong to the white party. We get it, because Republicans don't stand for any. We stand for business. No, you don't. You don't stand for anything. You stand for, we're going to a party and there's going to be all white people there. That's what you stand for. Because to add trillions of, here we are, trillions of dollars in debt. And I've said this before, over 8 trillion last time. I'll bet you when Trump is done this time, he will add $10 trillion. So that means that in just 2 terms of Donald Trump, we'll be looking at 18 trillion just from him in 2 terms. The total debt will probably be around 40 or 45 trillion. And he'll be responsible for close to 40% of all the debt in U.S. history. Yay. And that's fiscally responsible. That's being a fiscal responsible Republican. These Republicans don't give a shit about being responsible or anything else. What they care about is just doing whatever Donald Trump says. Doesn't matter if it's legal, illegal, it doesn't matter. And so here we are, trillions of dollars in debt, the whole world watching us and saying, what is America going to do? America serves up a big, giant, stinky shit sandwich. That's what it serves up. And it dumps it right on the world markets. Here you go. Here's a big pile of shit. Now soak it up and eat it. And a lot of people are like, wait a minute here. Wait a minute. You guys are already really, 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 really in debt. You're in debt more than any country in the world. And now you're just going to add more to it? And we're supposed to just accept that? The rest of the world's supposed to go, oh, okay. America's going to go trillions of more dollars in debt. And we're going to keep using their currency. Yeah. I want you to think about that for a minute. But if you think interest rates are done, if you think interest rates are high now, yeah, let this bill take effect. Let this bill actually become law. And you talk about a nightmare scenario. It is literally a nightmare scenario. Because the devastation this bill will cause will be felt for years and years and years. You're talking about a decade of destruction, a decade of the United States going backwards, a decade of the United States trying to recover from just complete. I mean, you do understand Donald Trump doesn't know anything. I mean, nothing about world markets and how they work today. Absolutely nothing. He doesn't know anything. If he did, he wouldn't just go around saying 25% tariff here, 50% tariff there. He wouldn't just spout off at the mouth because it's dangerous. It's wrong. You can shift world markets just with your stupidity. And Donald Trump spins it out all the time. And now cars are going to be a lot more expensive. Buying anything is going to be a lot more expensive. Borrowing money is going to be a lot more expensive. And when you can't borrow to grow, good luck with this whole thing of, the Treasury Secretary actually said, there's trillions more in deficit, but we're going to outgrow it. Outgrow it how? By having higher interest rates? That's how you think we're going to grow? It doesn't make any sense. What we're doing, no one can explain, nobody can explain what we're doing and why we're doing it, because it makes no sense and literally just damages our country. It just damages us. And it's going to take years to repair. But the sad part is, nobody seems to care. That's the sad part. Let me know what you think. I can't wait to see this. But yeah, watch interest rates continue to climb, folks. We're not taking care of our debt, and our debt is going to come back to haunt us in a big way. Let me know what you think. Don't go anywhere. More Dray Way to come. I'm taking Harvard classes. I just signed up for free classes from Harvard. I'm taking an AI class and a business class at Harvard. Whoever knew that I would be a Harvard student? But technically right now, I'm a Harvard student. Yep. I want to learn more about AI, and Harvard's willing to teach me for free. Sign me up, baby. Sign me up. If you have not signed up for free Harvard classes, shame on you. If Harvard is offering something for free, if they're willing to teach you something and you want to learn, why aren't you doing that? Seriously, why aren't you doing that? I mean, all of us need to keep learning. And Lord knows, I can't. Have you seen what AI can do with movies now? Do you understand in just another year or two, all of us will be able to create our own stories, our own movies, our own. I don't know what Hollywood's going to do, but Hollywood, you're done. you're, you don't have to shoot on locations anymore. You don't have to do none of that stuff. Tom Cruise, you just have to sign over your likeness. Yeah, you can use my likeness and my voice, because I can make, starting next year, I don't know, I can make 4 Tom Cruise movies a year. I can do a remake on Risky Business. Yeah, I've always wanted to do a remake on Risky Business, but I can do that now, because AI is like that. Every scene, every camera action, voices, everything. You are no longer going to know if you're watching a regular production movie or AI, and who's going to care? I don't know about you, but I'm not going to care. And there's going to be AI movie stars that aren't even real. Yes, yeah. There's going to be actual AI stars, and they'll have a following and stuff like that, and they're not going to be real people. Yeah. There's going to be action stars. There's going to be hot women and stuff in the movies. And you're going to be like, wow, that she's hot. All of that. And the people aren't going to even be real. And it's happening right now. If you look over on Instagram, I think her name is Sienna Moon. Look up Sienna Moon. She's not real. She's not real. I wish she was real. But I think her name is Sienna Moon. Sienna Moon. And she's AI generated. She's not real. And I'm sure whoever created her is making good money, because you sit there and you look and you go, oh man, if that was real, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Because it's about as perfect gets. But that's what we're heading into, folks. We're heading into, oh gosh. I mean, just think, I have literally thousands and thousands and thousands of videos that I've done. AI right now could watch all my videos, do my voice, recreate me, and have me doing a morning show every day starting at 9 o'clock, and it would be my AI. It wouldn't even be me. Yeah, I know, but that's where we're going very, very quickly. And you will have no idea, is this really Drayton or is this AI Drayton? And you know what that really means? If you stop it here, you want me to just take this a step further? It means I'm never going to die. I will never die. And I say that, let me give you because once AI recreates me, watches me, does my voice, does my actions, has my history, seen all my videos, it's going to, in its own mind, recreate me in a lot of what I am. And I can go on in perpetuity, forever. I could be doing the Dray Way show every day, forever. Every morning. And the other good thing is I wouldn't age either. I could stay this age for the next 100 years and not change one bit. That is where we're going with AI. And it's so much more than that. It's, you can just sit and start to think about all the possibilities, but every time you think you got a grasp of where we're going, it takes another giant leap and another giant leap. And these leaps are unbelievable. And it's just getting started. Can you imagine what we're going to be talking about a year from now? It's going to be amazing, folks. It really, AI is going to, and if you don't know about AI, go to Harvard. Harvard's going to teach you a class free. And you can pick up on what's going on in AI, because AI is about to change your life like you just cannot believe over the next few years. Let me know what you think. Don't go anywhere. I have a final thought. My final thought today is watch the stock market. And if you don't have a stash account yet, I will put a link in the bio here. I will have a link somewhere so that you can get your own stash account. A stash account just makes it really easy to buy and sell stock. You can start your stash account with $10. If you use my link and start your stash account with $10, I will add 30 to it. So there, you'll have $40 and you will have only invested $10. But you want to get started in the stock market because there are going to be opportunities. I'll give you an example. I'm watching Exxon right now. Exxon should be about 125, but because Trump is doing stupid things, I'm watching Exxon head towards $100. I don't even remember the last time Exxon was under $100, but I'm watching it very closely because once it gets under $100, I will be picking up some Exxon for sure. So my point is that over the next few months, the market is going to be very, very, very volatile. And I mean ups and downs. And I want you to be able to take advantage of it. And I want you to be able to come on this show and say, hey, Drayton, what do you think about this stock, this stock, this stock? Because you know the three stocks that I've been talking about that I think you should all be invested in. You know, you should be in NVIDIA, you should be in DoorDash, and for sure, you should be DoorDash, NVIDIA, and Netflix. And don't forget Kroger's too. If you haven't started investing in Kroger's yet, you know, we're always going to eat, folks. No matter what, we're going to eat. And Kroger's keeps doing well year after year after year. So get yourself a stash account. Like I said, if you need the link, just ask me. Hopefully the link will be in here somewhere and you'll be able to click on it. If not, just say, hey, Drayton, where's the link? And and the response is there, and I'll make sure that you get the link. Because the stock market over the next 20, 30 years is just going to be amazing. And the businesses that are going to take off because of AI, it's going to make a lot of people very, very rich. So thanks for joining me on the Dray Way. I'm going to go spend some time with my son and do some outdoor cooking today. I'm going to do the grill thing. Yeah, I'm going to do the grill thing today. So hopefully you have fun with yours and your family and the people around you. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for stopping by the Dray Way. And if you haven't subscribed yet, come on, man. Hit the subscribe button. Don't forget, we do this each and every day. Yeah, that's right. There's a new Dray Way each and every day. So come hang out with me. What else have you got to do? Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one.